What's up, soldiers? Nixaro here on GregFPS's channel.
Hey, what's up, guys? GregFPS on Nixaro's channel, and today, guys, we're going to be breaking down the top 10 zombies wonder weapons of all time. Make sure you guys comment down below your favorite gun of all time in Call of Duty Zombies for next week's episode. But today, guys, there's a little bit of a trigger warning. Prepare to be even more triggered than finding out there was no super Easter egg and it was really just a Shadows of Evil cutscene. Are you kidding me? Alright, guys, well, without further ado, let's get right into it. And coming in at the number 10 spot for the top 10 wonder weapons of all time is the Ray Gun Mark III. This ray gun was introduced on Garad Krovi, had a really cool feature where if you shot with your left hand and then with your right hand into the same shot, it created a portal kind of like the Apothicon Servant and sucked zombies into it. It was also really good for getting out of tricky situations, but overall it deserved the number 10 spot along with the Scavenger. Let's talk about that, Nick.
The Scavenger is a very great wonder weapon. It's a shame that it isn't a one hit. I really like the audio file that this wonder weapon has just because it's got that like wong noise. Everybody knows that sound. It's super iconic. It's kind of a shame that this gun isn't an insta-kill, but it is a very, very good gun to kill George. You can kill George in probably 10 shots with this gun. Overall, just a fantastic gun for Call of the Dead. And coming in at number 9, we have the Paralyzer from Buried. This gun is amazing. It does exactly what its name implies. It paralyzes the zombies, slows them down, and makes them explode. What's more cool than that? It also can let you fly around the map.
Yeah, I specifically love that flying feature, just being able to get speed coal before you even open up the other side, or just go over to the other side itself without having to worry about anything else, and you can use it on the maze in Buried, which is great as well. Overall, Paralyzer is such a great wonder weapon. Coming in at the number 8 spot is the Masamune or the KT-4. Now this gun is kind of overlooked as a good wonder weapon just because of the map Setsubo that it was on. A lot of people are not a fan favorite of that map. It's definitely not a fan favorite, but still it's a really good gun because it acts basically like the Sliquifier did back on Die Rise. It's just a great overall weapon. What do you think of it?
This weapon's really, really good because of its area of effect attack. Essentially, you can just shoot it and it makes a puddle, and any zombies that run over the puddle just die instantly, and it's a really cool mechanic. You can shoot it at a spawn point and just keep killing the zombies that spawn, and that's why I really like using this wonder weapon. So the number 7 spot on this list is going to be none other than the OG wonder weapon, literally wonder weapon in German, the Wunderwaffe Dg2. This gun is just an absolute beast. It can chain 10 zombies in one shot and is an amazing weapon to kill your zombies with.
The Wunderwaffe is honestly one of the most iconic wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. It was first introduced on Shinonuma, and then eventually it was brought back into other maps and even made more appearances. For example, you could get it as a power-up when you kill George after doing the Easter egg. Also, it's really iconic for the Giant. It used to suck on that map when it first came out, and now they've buffed it so it's even better than it was. But still, the Wunderwaffe definitely deserves the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot is the Thunder Gun. The Thunder Gun is one of the most iconic zombies weapons as well. First introduced on Kino der Toten, which is another great zombies map that a lot of people have come to love over the years. Just training on the theater stage just makes it so great. And coming in the number 6 spot as well is the Vitrolic Withering, which Nick is going to talk about.
The Vitrolic Withering cannot be forgotten about. This is kind of an unorthodox weapon because most people don't really use it to kill the zombies. Most people use it as the crossbow. This is just a really great gun to get out of corners, and it really suits Mob of the Dead, as Mob of the Dead is probably one of the tightest maps in zombies history. So it's really great for training on Mob of the Dead and really suits the map well. And it also is really cool to just see the zombies explode into a pile of acid. So moving on to the number 5 spot, we have none other than the Wave Gun. This gun is absolutely awesome. Basically how it works is you shoot the zombies and they explode and float up into the air and make a really cool pinging sound that it just is very, very pleasing to hear. It also has a second mode, which is the zap gun, and this will kill one zombie at a time, and it's really cool that there are 2 different features of this wonder weapon.
Yeah, I thought combining it was such a cool mechanic that they added into zombies. It's kind of unfortunate that this map was not one of the best maps, but just the fact that they floated with the 0 gravity and then exploded was such a cool thing to see. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have my personal favorite, the 3179 JGB 215, and also the Fractal Iser if you want to pack a punch it. This is the baby gun. So basically, you would train around on Shangri-La, shoot this thing into a horde of zombies, and they would all turn into babies, and you just run towards them, and you kick babies, basically. What's better than that?
Maybe infanticide isn't the greatest thing to joke about, but it's a great wonder weapon nonetheless because of how interesting it is. It turns every zombie into a one hit, so you can kill them with explosives really easily or just run into them like Greg said. I really like using this wonder weapon just because it has tons of ammo and is able to kill a full horde in each single shot, but doesn't really kill them itself. It's very, very unique and definitely deserving of the number 4 spot.
You guys should have redone the kicking babies thing.
I mean, it's not bad. People will get that you're not like super serious.
Because you're like just don't fantasize about kicking babies.
And moving on to our top 3 out of our top 10 list, we have the Sliquifier. If you were here during Black Ops 2, you'll remember how overpowered this was at the beginning of Die Rise. Unfortunately, they've nerfed it a bit, but it's still extremely overpowered. This wonder weapon's ability is to chain zombies, so in theory, you could do an entire round with one shot. Now, that's not super practical today because they've nerfed it, but it's still an amazing wonder weapon.
Yeah, this gun is definitely great. I remember trolling my friends and shooting it on the floor right next to the elevator shaft. I messed up again. That would have been a great voice crack for the video. Yeah, the Sliquifier is such a great gun. I remember specifically shooting it right next to elevator shafts and having my friends fall down and die. That was hilarious, but overall, this gun was so great, and I definitely remember training in the pillar room with this gun, and it would just absolutely destroy zombies every single round. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we had the staffs. The staffs were so amazing for Origins. We had the fire staff, the wind staff, the ice staff, and the lightning staff. And honestly, these were so good. You could get to amazingly high rounds. I specifically remember getting to round 94 with the ice staff, and that's usually when it starts to kind of tail off with getting like multiple kills. It was just really, really good, and all the staffs were so fun to use.
So we also have what some people call the bootleg staffs, the bows on this list, tied because you gotta admit they're pretty similar. We have the storm bow, basically the ice staff, but still really, really good for camping. We have the wolf bow, which is maybe one of the more unique bows. It's kind of like a thunder gun. You've got the void bow, which has skulls that follow the zombies, so that's pretty unique too. And of course, we have the hardest to build, the fire bow, which kind of makes some lava effects. I personally really like using the bows just because I like the bow cockback animation where you draw an arrow and it just looks amazing. The bows are really, really good and are a very good successor to the staffs. So, coming in at the number 1 spot on our list, the greatest wonder weapon of all time, we have none other than the Apothicon Servant. You just can't say that there's anything better than this wonder weapon, because we all know that the upgraded Apothicon Servant is the greatest wonder weapon of all time, because that thing, if you shoot it at the effective spawns, you can kill 2 full hordes of zombies. No other wonder weapon matches this gun.
Yeah, I definitely like using it with alchemical and antithesis because literally you can just spam this bow. It's also really, really effective, and it was even great when you could upgrade it before when Shadows of Evil came out and it had like 20 something ammo. I think it was like 23 or 24, which is just absolutely ridiculous. But the fact that we got this upgraded on Revelations just added to the overall effect of this gun, and I really think that it honestly is by far the best wonder weapon and one of the best wonder weapons I think we'll ever see in Call of Duty Zombies. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this list with me and Nixaru. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out Nick's channel. He posts a bunch of zombies content over there, and as you guys know, if you haven't subscribed to me, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but I like to post zombie stuff as well. So anyways guys, thanks for watching, and Nick, do you want to close it off?
Goodbye.
Good one. Alright, we'll see you later. Peace.
I didn't know that you wanted me to do an outro, so I didn't know what to say.